Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Song Out of Space. So in the last episode we arrived here to the small town of Gardner to investigate a homicide case, although personally I would consider this a mass murder because 12 people were killed, and one of the scientists, it was the physicist I believe, what was his name? Nicholas Forrester I think was his name, so he's the only one that's missing. And the local sheriff and deputy naturally believe that he was the one who killed those 12 others. But you know how things work in games like this, it's never that simple. And by the way, I forgot to tell you in the last episode that this story already feels very similar to Lovecraft's original story, The Color Out of Space. I mean, not only is this game titled as The Song Out of Space, which is quite an obvious reference to The Color Out of Space, but also the name Gardner, the town where we are right now and where the murders happened, that's also the name of the family in Lovecraft's original story, The Color Out of Space, the Gardner family, who got infected and influenced by the mysterious color from outer space. So yeah, that's another obvious reference to the original story, the name of this town, Gardner. So it seems that in this game, instead of a mysterious color, we'll be dealing with mysterious sound or song of some kind, and that is driving people insane. Maybe that sound/song turned all those scientists mad, or just Nicholas Forrester and he killed the rest of them. Maybe, possibly. But hey, we'll find out eventually. So without further ado, let's continue. So we are at the reception area of the hotel, I believe. For such a small town, the hotel is pretty fancy. Okay, well, that's good. And our partner, what was her name? Catherine is not here yet. Okay, let's talk to the receptionist, maybe he knows. Or her, sorry. Yes, how may I help you, sir? Have you seen my partner? Have you heard about the murders? Well, let's ask about our partner first. As far as I know, Miss Armstrong is still in her room. Of course she is. Should I call her to tell her to meet you here? That won't be necessary, I'm sure that she's coming. And besides, I want to ask some other stuff first. She seems quite busy. Perhaps it's better not to bother her right now. Oh goddammit, I wanted to ask her about the murders if she heard about them. Okay, well, can we do anything else here? I can't leave until Cathy shows up. Oh, there you are. It was about time. Good morning. Sorry for being late, but I was reviewing the files on the dead scientists. Find anything useful? Not really. And they had all just graduated from college. For most of them, this was just a temporary assignment while they worked on their PhDs. I heard someone call you yesterday night. Sorry for the intrusion, but the walls are pretty thin. Was it McConnelly from the Bureau? Yeah, he wants the case solved fast. Yeah. So first he tells us that it will be an easy job, and now he rushes us to finish quick. Well, if he wants to be fast, I've got an idea. I think we should separate today. That way we'll be able to follow more leads at the same time. That's a terrible suggestion. Sounds like a good plan. Let's go. I mean, what do we have to worry about? Thanks. I think I'll pay a visit to Kowalski's widow. I believe she'll be more open to talking to me. Yeah, most likely. The question is, who should you talk to today? Do you know who do you want to interview? I could call my contact at the Pentagon. What about the reporter, Daniel Brown? I know who to interrogate, don't worry. I don't see much of a reason to contact the Pentagon at this point right now. How about the reporter, Daniel Brown? The funny guy? Well, he was friends with Nicholas Forrester. The deputy said that he was friends with the missing scientist, Nicholas Forrester. Yeah, that one. As a friend of our prime suspect, he might know something about what could have happened to him. Exactly. Any more suspects you want to interrogate? Well, I could call my contact at the Pentagon. You know someone there? You are full of surprises. Why is that a surprise? Maybe they know something more about the Fairchild Air Force Base. Something relevant to our case. Oh yeah, that, okay. It's a long shot, but it might be worth it to make a call and find out. Anyone else you would like to talk to? Not really, no. I know who to interrogate, don't worry. In that case, I'll take off. Let's meet after you are done with the first suspect, and we can share notes. Okay, and I guess we'll leave then. Or can I talk to her? She seems quite busy. Okay, better not disturb her. Fine, let's go. Okay, I've got two options here. Call my contact at the AF. What's AF? I don't know. Or visit Daniel Brown. I mean, I thought he was going to call the Pentagon, but well, let's make the call first. I know this guy from the army, Paul Maine. We used to be pretty good pals, and he owes me a big one. Last time we spoke, he was pretty high up in the Pentagon. But I shouldn't call him from here, just in case. Okay, we need to go to somewhere more private and isolated. You walked around for quite a while until finding a lonely phone booth near a park. Look around. This seems like a discreet place to call. Alright, let's hope so. Let's see if the number he gave me still works. You're calling the offices of Paul Maine. I'm Sherry, his secretary. How may I help you? Can I speak with Mr. Maine? I'm Stuart, a friend of Paul's. Agent Ross from the FBI. Maybe it's better that we don't tell her our name. Let's try to stay anonymous for now. Can I speak with Mr. Maine? Sorry, Mr. Maine is on a business trip at the moment. I can let him know that you called Mr. Stuart Ross from the FBI. Well, fine. Let's just tell her our name. Stuart Ross from the FBI. Got it, Mr. Ross. I'll make sure he gets back to you soon. You mean I'll make sure he gets back to you soon? Wait. Yeah? I need to speak with him now. He left strict orders that he was not to be disturbed unless it was a personal emergency. It's exactly that. Oh, what's going on? I really need his help. Well, these are all lies, obviously. His father is trying to reach him. His wife had a car accident. We had a meeting today. I really need his help. I see. Look, Mr. Maine is in a meeting now, but I will tell him to call you back as soon as he gets out. Thanks for calling. Okay, I guess we now just wait for him. I should have chosen my words better. That was completely useless. But I still have time to check my other lead, that creepy reporter Daniel Brown. Well, I could have lied to the secretary, and thus Mr. Maine, by telling him that, for example, his wife got into a car accident or something, but I don't think he would have appreciated that if we told a lie like that and make him panicked or something. That's why I didn't choose it. Anyway, well, maybe he calls us back, maybe he won't. According to the sheriff's files, Daniel Brown's house was located in a residential area, further away from the hotel. So do we need our car for it? Well, doesn't matter, I guess. A typical American suburb house. I'm sure this guy lives in his mom's basement. Yeah? Are you Miss Brown? I can't tell if this person is a man or a woman. Does Daniel Brown live here? Excuse me, I was looking for someone else. Well, does Daniel Brown live here? And what do you want with my son? Wait, you are that grumpy federal agent, aren't you? My son told me he was helping you and your partner on solving the case of the murders. But this kid has such a big imagination that one never knows whether to believe him or not. So you are here to capture Nico, aren't you? That terrible, terrible man. Can I talk with your son? Well, did you know Nicholas Forrester? Yes, he visited my son a couple of times. I always knew there was something evil in that one. Of course you did. Didn't like him one bit. But he always came here with that Kowalski fellow. Now that was a good, decent man. It's a shame what happened to him. Why do you say Nico was evil? Well, I can't say anything in particular, but he liked to listen to a lot of that rock music, and he had a long hair, just like a woman. Ah, okay, so he was one of those rock and roll types of guys. Okay. We don't like those kinds of hippie troublemakers in this town, sir. No, we do not. Maybe it's better if you speak directly with my son. Danny knew him more than I did. Well, that's why we came here. He's upstairs. Follow me. Heh, not in the basement, but close enough. Oh, I wasn't expecting your visit, Agent. Look around. Daniel had turned the attic into his room, though it resembled more like a room befitting a teenager rather than an adult male. The walls were decorated with rock band posters and pictures of supposed UFO sightings, and there were magazines all over the place. Okay, and what else? 14 times #32. Was the moon built by aliens? Yeah, sure. Okay, let's talk to him. I hope my secretary wasn't too much of a bother. Secretary, huh? That's how you call your mother? Don't worry, actually your mom was very kind. Secretary, you mean your mom? Oh, right, today was my secretary's day off. Oh yes, of course it was. Whatever, this is not important. If you are here, it's because you need my help solving this case. You have made the right choice coming to me. Well, we didn't know who else to turn to, so... I have a lot of information about what's going on. What do you think happened in the station? What can you tell me about Nicholas Forrester? Did you know William Kowalski? Was there anything strange going on with the scientists? You seem quite interested in weird stuff. So, what can you tell me about Nicholas Forrester? He had lived his entire life in Seattle, so moving to this small town was quite a culture shock for him. He felt like most people in this town were dumb and boring, except for me and Kowalski, of course. But other than that, he was a normal guy, not a psycho. He wouldn't hurt anyone, especially not Kowalski. It just doesn't make any sense. They were friends. So did you know William Kowalski then? Yeah, he was one of the scientists working at the station. We were good friends. He was friends with most of the town though. The guy was really nice and well spoken. He had natural charisma. But I think it was just a mask, and that deep down he felt that his only true friends were Nico and me. Man, I'm going to miss him so much. So what do you think happened in the station? Well, I haven't seen the bodies, but from what I have heard it was quite gory, and all clues point to Nico killing everyone with an axe. But if you ask my opinion, that's all bullshit. My prime suspect? The United States military. Of course. They do have ways of making people do terrible things against their will. Have you heard about mental reprogramming through hypnosis? Or drugs they have that can turn you psychotic? Of course you have. You work for a government agency after all. All I'm saying is that we should keep an open mind. Okay. Was there anything strange going on with the scientists? Strange? I wouldn't be able to say. I didn't know them that well. They were not very interested in my stuff. A lot of scientists lack imagination. They never question what they were taught in school. Of course, some among them do have an open mind. Like Forrester and Kowalski. Nico and Kowalski, for example. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I knew it. So they were fans of your work, huh? Yeah, I felt honored having them contact me. I bet. Though to be honest, I felt that talking to me was part of their own investigation about secret radio emissions from the Air Force base. Oh, that's what the AF stood for. Air Force. Yeah. They were convinced that the folks at the base were sabotaging their work. Why would they ever think that? Yeah, why would they do that? To understand that, you need to know more about what they were doing at the research station. They were scanning for radio transmissions coming from space. Yeah, we know that already. And it seems that radio signals from airplanes interfered with the radio waves the scientists needed to record, so... just get to the point. Alright, goddammit. Nico and Kowalski thought that the base was emitting garbage on purpose to block them. And when they tried to speak with the commander of the base, the Washington State University ordered them to close the research station down immediately. Wait, the station was closed down? That's new to us. But then, why were the scientists there? The sheriff didn't tell me anything about that. Wait, so the station was closed down? Well, what? You didn't know? The scientists were pretty pissed off. They put a whole lot of pressure on the university. They even wrote about it in the campus newsletter, and were allowed to reopen just a month ago. Okay, so they reopened. Then they all appear dead, and one of them is missing, so he gets all the blame. Rather convenient, don't you think? That's a hell of a conspiracy you have made up. Why would they want them dead? I don't know. Maybe they heard something that they shouldn't have. Look, I'm a bit tired, and all this talk about my friends is depressing me. Maybe come back at another time? No, let's try to talk to him more. I'll let you know if I remember anything else that can be useful to the investigation. Okay, fine, I guess we are leaving. Like I suspected, this runs deeper than we originally thought. I should meet with Kathy and check what else she's learned. The sun was going down when you made it back to the town center. Ah, there you are. About time. I've been looking for you for a while. Hey, you made us wait earlier at the hotel. Don't complain. I think this is a good spot to put our findings together, don't you? Share what you have learned. How did your investigation go? Well, let's ask this first. I interviewed the Kowalski's widow. She is completely convinced that Forrester went mad and killed her husband and all of the scientists. But I have no way of knowing how much of that is just her believing what the sheriff and his deputy told her about the case. She told me that Kowalski and Nicholas were quite good friends, though they had had some arguments recently. Did she talk about her husband's work? Arguments? About what? Apparently their research had been quite unsuccessful lately. They suspected that the military was sabotaging them somehow, but disagreed on how to proceed. But the day before the murders, they had a meeting and made peace with each other. In fact, they were quite excited about their investigation having a breakthrough. How about you? Did you find something good on the case? Explain what you have learned. Kathy listened to your explanation, nodding her head from time to time. As much as I hate to admit that McConnelly was right in being so interested in this case, it feels like there is more to it than I originally thought. It's getting kinda late. Let's head back to the hotel. We can compare our notes while we walk there. Look around first. The sun was going down and the air felt colder. Soon it would be dark. I hope McConnell doesn't call me again tonight. What is this? Are we gonna talk to her again? Yes. Yeah? What do you want? What did you discover again? So what are your theories on the case? I don't have anything solid yet. Every clue we get seems to point in a different direction. Now, can we head to the hotel? It's getting late and it's freezing out. Okay, let's go. As soon as you entered the hotel, the clerk approached you. She seemed quite distressed. Excuse me, agents? The sheriff called and said that you should go to his office immediately. Can't he wait until tomorrow? Did he say what it was about? Well, he said that, that apparently somebody killed the deputy. Thanks for letting us know. Tell the sheriff that we'll be heading over there immediately. What the hell is going on? We won't know until we take a look inside the sheriff's office and examine the body. Let's go. Okay, let's go. So that's the sheriff's office. Gardner was surrounded by miles of forest. You wondered if Nicholas Forrester was looking at you from somewhere over there. I just thought that maybe Nicholas is a reference to Nicolas Cage because he played as the father of the Gardner family in the Color Out of Space movie, the latest one, directed by, what was his name again? Richard Stanley, I think was his name. So maybe Nicholas Forrester is a reference to Nicolas Cage as well, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Anyway. What else? Everyone in town was already locked inside their home. Only the sound of the wind could be heard. If you hadn't seen this place in daytime, you would swear it was a ghost town. Okay, let's go in. It's locked. Agents? Oh, thank God you have arrived. This door can't be opened from the outside without a special key. Let me unlock it for you. Oh shit. The lifeless body of Deputy Crane lied in a chair, covered in blood. This is madness. I spoke with him just a few hours ago, and now he's gone. You need to call for reinforcements, agents. We need a federal team to crack down that maniac. First, tell us what happened. Isn't it obvious? That lunatic Nicholas Forrester shot Deputy Crane and then ran away. Did you see him? And you chased him? When did that happen? Did you see him? No, I wasn't here when he killed Crane. I was on my way home, when I suddenly heard a gunshot. Ah, so you heard the gunshot, okay. Of course I rushed back here immediately, but when I arrived, Forrester had already left. I looked around the area nearby, and there was no trace of him or where he could have gone. Do you mind if we check the scene? Sure, as long as you call for reinforcements once you are done. The more time this psycho is on the loose, the more likely it is that he finds more victims. This definitely doesn't look like the same MO as the one at the research station. MO, what does that mean? Nah, I don't know. Either the killer was in a hurry, or there's something else entirely going on here. I'm going to ask the Bureau to send a forensic unit down so we can find out for sure what happened. Can't you do it? I mean, you have a degree on forensic medicine, no? I'll examine the room meanwhile. I'll call them, you check the area. Okay, I'll examine the room in the meanwhile. Good. Check for anything that seems out of place. Just don't step on any blood, okay? Alright, let's look at the blood, or whatever is on the floor. There was a trail of blood going down Crane's arm onto the ground, and in the middle of the bloody puddle, a revolver. Okay, so the guy whoever shot the deputy didn't bother to take the revolver with him. A police-issued handgun. He dropped it? Or maybe that's the deputy's. That's Crane's weapon. Aha, I'm sure of it. I guess he aimed at Nicholas, but the bastard shot him before Crane could fire back. Or maybe Crane's weapon was used as the murder weapon here. That's also possible. Let's not pick it up just yet. The lifeless body of Deputy Crane sat in the chair. He had been shot on the side of the head. Shot to the side of the head. His gun is on the floor, which I bet has been fired as the murder weapon. Did he kill himself? That's what it seems like to me at least. 2 holes. The bullet went in and out. I guess it wasn't a high caliber round, otherwise we would have had a headless corpse right here. Okay, so if the bullet came out of the other side of the head, where did it go? Is it this hole here? And here, is this the hole? This window is locked. They all are. Is there something wrong? Can these be locked from the outside? No intruder could have entered from outside. Well, can these be locked from the outside? I don't see how, but I have a theory. Maybe Forrester entered through a window, shot Deputy Crane, and then locked all the windows and left through the front door. But wouldn't you have seen him? It's a possibility, yes. That wouldn't make any sense. Why would he lock the windows? Who knows? Perhaps he got nervous after the murder and wasn't thinking straight. Or maybe he did it to confuse us, so that we didn't know how he got in and out. I find that very unlikely. Okay, can we pick up the gun? You put on a pair of gloves and examine the gun. Wait a minute, the weight of this thing isn't right. What, 1 less bullet? Like I thought, a bullet is missing, and the barrel smells like the gun has been fired recently. Did you find something? How many gunshots did you hear? It was Deputy Crane who fired. This weapon has been fired recently. But how is that possible? Was he troubled recently? We shouldn't rule out suicide. Maybe the killer took his gun somehow. I don't know. Was he troubled recently? Crane, are you insinuating that he shot himself? Well, I mean, it sure looks like it. That's ridiculous. I knew him like a son, goddammit. He was the most cheerful person in this damn town. So you can forget about that shit right now. He wouldn't have killed himself. Ever. It's better if I place the gun back where it was. Yeah, for the photos and stuff. You noticed that there was something unusual on the desk, next to the typewriter. Some kind of cheap portable cassette player. Let's see what's inside. Is that one of the missing tapes from the station? And the one that was dated on the day of murder, when the scientists were killed? It's the tape that was missing. I knew it. But why did Crane have it? Did you find something relevant? Crane had the tape that was missing. Or should we lie? Well, I don't see much of a reason to lie to him. Crane had the tape that was missing. What? Why would he have it? I have no idea. Because he hid it from us. Do you expect me to believe you didn't know? I have no idea. Maybe Forrester dropped it when he was here. Just spoke with the bureau. The specialist forensic police unit is on its way. We'll get here tomorrow morning. And they are bringing a team to apprehend Forrester as well. Did you find anything relevant while I was gone? Your partner found a few extra details, but nothing that changes the overall picture. Forrester broke in somehow, probably through the window. He tried to ambush Crane, who didn't notice his presence because he was listening to loud music. He took Crane's weapon and, perhaps as a sick game, made him listen to the recording of the night of the station murders. After that, he shot him and left in a hurry, before I could come back. That's an interesting theory, Sheriff. I take that you support the theory too, Ross. Yeah, the window was the only way in. Actually, I think it was the door. No one broke in here. No one broke in here. I know where you're heading here, so let me take it off the table right away. Crane did not shoot himself. You spoke to the guy, goddammit. Did he sound like the sort of guy that would blow his own head off? I have got to admit that the sheriff has a point here. Why would he do something like this? Maybe because of this. Show the tape. Is that the missing tape? The deputy had it? Crane must have taken it from the station, but why would he hide it from us? Maybe he was involved in the murders? Perhaps he was protecting Forrester? To frame Forrester? I bet the sheriff knew about it. Maybe he was involved in the murders? That would explain why he was so adamant about blaming Forrester all the time. Maybe this tape reveals who the real killer was. No, that's not what happened at all. How do you know? Sheriff, if you know anything, I advise you to tell us right now before we press charges against you for obstructing the investigation. Alright. Yes, it was Crane who took the tape from the research station. But it's not what you think. You see, it happened when you visited the research station. Okay, a flashback. Can you believe those fucking city snobs think they can come here and tell us how to do our job? And that guy, I'm sure that douchebag thinks he's hot shit, but he was following the chick like a lapdog. What a pathetic wimp. There's nothing that the feds enjoy more than bossing around folks like us, kid. It makes them feel important. At least they'll catch Forrester and then we can forget about this whole shit show. I wouldn't count on that. Not without this tape at least. Are you fucking insane? Do you know what could happen to you if they find out you took this? They won't find out. While they waste their time looking for clues, I'll listen to it. If it says nothing about Forrester's whereabouts, I'll tell the feds that we found it after we checked this place a second time. But if it mentions where Forrester could be hiding, we go first and catch him. We'll take the credit and teach those douchebags a lesson. Well, when you put it like that, I guess there's nothing wrong with us checking the tape first. And I have always thought we deserved a bit more respect from the folks in town. So that's what happened. I swear to God, that's what happened. Sheriff, but your story sounds a little bit too convenient. And the only person who could confirm it is dead. I'm telling you the truth. We just wanted to check out the tape before you. I believe you, Sheriff. My partner may think you are telling the truth, but it doesn't mean I am. What did you do to Forrester? Did he run away and that's why you are trying to frame him? Listen to the tape. You'll see I've got nothing to do with what happened. Something tells me that we should not listen to that tape. He's right. We should check it out. It may be the only way to know for sure who did it, and why. Are we really gonna do it? Your partner took the tape and looked at it closely. Have you decided what to do with it? I can listen to it if you want to. Don't worry, I'll do it. Yes, please, tell me what's going on. And tell me what's on it, even. I don't think any of us should. Yeah, that's my thought. That's my thought as well. I don't think any of us should. What? Why the hell not? It proves my innocence. You can't just ignore it. It's the only thing that can tell us what really happened that night at the research station. Can I... Yes, let's save here. Because something tells me that we are gonna kill ourselves once we hear what's on the tape. Okay, you're right, we should listen to it. Thank God. Glad you finally made up your mind on that. So, who listens to it, you or me? I'll do it. You sat at the desk, in front of Deputy Crane's body, put on the headset and place the tape in the device. Testing. Okay, Dr. Kowalski. Gardner Station, log day 48. I can't keep up. Would you stop interrupting me, Forrester? Keep listening. So, as I was saying, we first detected the signals 6 months ago, and while we never got a clear recording, we have extrapolated some interesting data about its origin. Okay, let's keep listening. From what we have seen of, goddammit. And we can't ignore the strange patterns that this song has either. Okay, here comes the song. Code or language. Something about a new high processing technique. They are trying to decode the song, I take it. Sorry to interrupt, sir, but we are ready to begin the scan. Okay, keep listening. Well, this is fascinating. What the hell is this? Doesn't seem like a radio transmission at all. More like a strange melody. Oh shit. I can see you. What the f... Hey, are you okay? Your face turned white for a second. I saw something. Saw? You mean heard? I guess that tape must be pretty hardcore. But at least now you know that the murder was Forrester, right? Yeah, what did you learn? I'm not sure what happened. It wasn't Forrester. That's impossible. If it wasn't him, then who? I don't know. Perhaps someone or something else. Just our damn luck. We finally find the tape, and all we get are more questions. What was that? That noise came from that corridor over there. You mean over there. There's someone else here. I'll keep an eye on the sheriff. Go check who's making those noises and be careful. Okay, let's go. It's a storage room. There's someone in there. Is it Forrester, maybe? It won't budge. I don't have time for this. Oh shit. That was a pathetic gunshot. Who the fuck? Freeze! Shit, he's gone. What the hell was that? What did you shoot? There was someone here. Someone ran away. Then go after him, Ross. I'll be right behind you in a minute. Hey, don't cuff me. What if Forrester comes back? He ran away towards the forest. Should I go after him? I wonder what the hell they were looking for here. Okay, let's go. You pursue the figure as it runs away to the woods. Your legs start to hurt and you are panting, but you don't stop. Eventually the figure stops at a lonely cabin. Now I have got you. So where are we? You looked back at the seemingly endless forest behind you, but there were no signs of your partner. I hope Kathy managed to see where I was heading. The cabin stood alone in a small forest clearing. The lights were out and there wasn't any sound coming from the inside, but you know there was someone inside. That figure went in there. Perhaps I can make that person come out? Federal agent, get out now. Calm down, I just want to talk. I know you are inside. Federal agent, get out now. No response. Okay, I guess we just go in. No signs of Kathy. If I don't want that person to escape, I'll have to go in on my own. I may be alone, but not defenseless. The dim light from an old lamp is the only thing keeping the interior of the cabin from total darkness. Slowly, your eyes get used to the low light, and then you see someone hiding behind the furniture. I surrender! Don't shoot! Look at him. He looks so... I don't know, he looks so happy. Who the hell are you? You were the sheriff's office, huh? You mean you were inside the sheriff's office? Why? Why did you run away? Is that Forrester? I mean, he kinda looks like one of those rock and roll hippie types. Who the hell are you? I'll answer your questions, but first, promise me that you will listen to what I have to say. Okay, but don't try anything. You might have guessed by now, but I'm Nicholas Forrester. Yeah, I thought so. Forrester, you're under arrest. Tell me what happened at the station. What happened? Fucking hell on earth, that's what happened. All because of that damned music. The song that they were researching at the Fairchild base. You must have seen the corpses. Haven't you figured out who did that to them? Well, you are our prime suspect. It was them. They did it to themselves, and they kept laughing while they killed each other. Laughing as they were hitting and biting and tearing each other's flesh. I was laughing too. Even poor Ellie was laughing when Kowalski grabbed an axe and cut her head off. And the entire time that voice kept on whispering to us, telling us all that it was a hilarious joke. How did you survive? I don't know. Last I remember is that someone hit me on the head, and then everything turned black. When I woke up, I was in the forest, naked and half dead, and barely managed to crawl to this place. But I wish I had died that night too, because I won't ever be able to forget that song. Even now I can feel it scratching at the edge of my mind, waiting for me to give up so it can take over. And even worse, it got into the audio log of that damned night. You must let me go so I can erase that recording before it has the chance to kill more people. No way, you're under arrest? Don't worry, I'll destroy the tape. No way, you are under arrest. There's no time, don't you understand? I have to do it, with or without your help. Suddenly, Forrester tries to do something. Oh. He pushed you to the ground, aiming at you with your own gun. Freeze, or I'll shoot. Let me go, I'm the only one that can... Why did you make me do it, you fucking something? When you got back on your feet, Forrester was lying motionless in a pool of blood. He was dead. Well, shit. Well, thanks, Kathy. I have never shot anyone before. Is he dead? I think so, yeah. You did what you had to do. Thanks for saving me. Don't worry about that now. You did what you had to do. Yeah, he had a weapon. I had no other option. That was Forrester, wasn't it? You would better stay here. I'll get back to the sheriff's office and get someone to help us shift the body. Okay, I'll wait. I won't take long. You noticed that there was something unusual on the desk, next to the typewriter. As your partner left, you felt something strange in one of your pockets. What the... I must have taken it from the sheriff's office without noticing. Are you sure? I wonder what I should do with it. Yeah, this is an important decision here, I'm sure. Should I I'm gonna save it here as well, just in case. Let's keep it. I'm sure the folks at Forensics will be interested in taking a look at what was recorded inside. Of course you didn't know at that point, but that decision was a mistake. Oh, I knew it alright. I just wanted to see what would happen. The end. What? That's the end? This game has multiple endings and secrets to reveal. Okay, so that was very... This game was much shorter than I thought it was. I'm actually surprised. So that was The Song Out of Space. And because this game turned out to be much shorter than I expected, I'm thinking that I should play this again and play as Catherine Armstrong next time. Or maybe I should just reload the last save and see what happens if I break the tape. I mean, we could do that in the next episode as well before we start a new playthrough as Catherine Armstrong. Yeah, let's do that in the next episode. So, until then, thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more The Song Out of Space.